it is just not a fluke or something. I think it is proven over the period of time. Wind used to be very big before solar came in, and then there were ups and downs. But you cannot balance the grid without wind. It's a global situation. It's not only in India. You need wind, you need solar, you need batteries, all are complementing each other. First about the conference, I think this is the 6th edition of Windergy. That's the reason we are here to talk about it. This will attract, last year was 7,000 visitors. This year we are looking at approximately 10 or more. And that's definitely a big growth in the 6th edition. I think you can see the names, some of the sponsors, but there are a lot of exhibitors of new technologies and startups which will be there. So it's a great opportunity, and it's a pure play wind event, the only pure play wind event out here. It's not contaminated with anything else out there. So I'd like to talk a little bit about the wind ecosystem in India. It's not only about making and selling turbines anymore. I will say that outside Europe, or say outside largely Europe, India is one of the largest R&D center for wind turbines, technologies. In fact, some of the people working here are working on turbine which will never be sold in India. It's the intellectual power of this country which is being used in this sector by all the global players, including us, including Suzlon, everybody. We are researching here, we are developing new technologies, whether it is in new turbines, whether it is in artificial intelligence use in wind, or whether it is in SCADA systems. So that is something which will create the intellectual capital of the country and also creating jobs in India. Second thing is manufacturing. It's not only about manufacturing wind turbines, it's manufacturing the components. If you look at the bill of material of a nacelle, there are 3,600 articles in that, the line items, from the nut bolts to the generator to gearbox. And you'll be very happy to hear, and I can put it down in writing to all of you, we make 100% in India. We can. Everything can be made in India if you want to source in India. And made in India for me is no more a story, is no more a jumla as some of the people talk about. It is a reality, at least in the wind industry, that I can say. So we can make 100% in India, the wind turbines, the larger wind turbines. So I talked about supply chain. I think that will create jobs. Wind industry will create probably more jobs than any other renewable form because of the size, bill of material, complexity of the machines. And I talked about R&D from the intellectual capital. And third thing what I want to talk about is the energy security for our country. It is very crucial when we see in the current geopolitics and we see in certain wars, in certain areas what's happening. When any form of power connected to the grid is dangerous in the sense that from a foreign point of view. In a war or in a hostile situation, grid is one of the areas along with the telephone lines is attacked first nowadays. It's call it IT or whatever, and it is very important for India to secure its grid. Very, very crucial. And these are some of the technologies we are working on, all of us here, to make sure that our grid is secured from any aspirational attacks on India at any point of time. And this should be very crucial into our development by our R&D engineers in the country, by locally developed technologies, by keeping our servers in India, by keeping our SCADA systems in India. This is very crucial. So these are the topics I'll say which are very crucial and very close to my heart and the industry's heart, which we are working on. On the growth, I think Chalsani sir also already mentioned, there's enough for all the players in the country. And I see the growth not only in bidding and not only in the SECI auction, which is a great initiative by the government, no doubt on that, but also the advent of hydrogen, the future fuel. For greening the steel plants, the green steel is the reality in Europe. We were in Europe recently, and I think if you look at most of the car manufacturers, most of the construction people, they want green steel. To make green steel, you need a lot of power, a green power.